Jason, did you envision when you came here many, many moons ago?
So many moons ago.
Charlotte was still black and white. That's how long ago it was when I started looking at it.
Welcome into another episode of Morning Edition. We got myself, Julian Sidor, Andy Satowski, Jason Harper, meteorologist Andrew Brightman in here for us on this Thursday. You can see it at 1 p.m. today, guys. Few things that we were talking about behind the scenes today that we want to bring to you, and we will start. Somebody give me a drum roll real quick. Boom! Charlotte,
Ooh,
it's
this
a
is
sports
big.
destination, right? Like,
are.
we just got the MLS All-Star Game next year, but that comes on top of having things like the Jordan Invitational, which we had our last year of. We had the Duke's Mayo Bowl, the Duke's Invitational, the Classic. We have all these events. We just had the FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this
Yes.
PGA Championship. Guys, this is really cool, and I think we just keep on adding and adding, not so much just for us locals, but people are now coming to Charlotte to watch sports.
Yes.
Question.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Raise
go.
my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I've already raised it. The four of us, I'm sitting here realizing we're all transplants. None of us are from Charlotte.
That's true.
Not from North Carolina.
I've probably been here the longest, coming up on 10 years.
Think so, yeah.
Wow.
But still, I mean, what other than, okay, I get it, right? It's the job. The station is what recruited us to
Mhm.
Charlotte. I
Mhm.
get that. But once you started looking at the city of Charlotte, like what was it that made you go, I can see myself living there. My family, I can start a family there, get married here.
Mhm. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
That is a great
So there's a woman that starts her family here. Yeah.
Yeah, we let's see, we moved in 2021 and we were coming from Michigan. Loved Grand Rapids, shout out G-Rap. But
Gee,
right, I
right.
hate winter. Honestly, I hate winter. So when I was looking for other jobs, my husband can work from anywhere. So we said, what kind of weather do we want? What kind of lifestyle do we want? And Charlotte kind of fell into the picture. I'd only ever really connected through Charlotte. My husband lived in the northern part of the state for a brief period of time and also lived in South Carolina. So he was familiar. But sports, honestly, was a big thing. We're both big sports fans. And we're like, hey, they have professional teams. In Michigan, there's the Detroit Lions. But all of them are on the opposite
Are
side
those
of the
professional
state.
teams?
Oh.
I mean, now the Lions are good. Now the Lions are good. Now the Tigers are good.
We got
but-
the Pistons, the Red Wings, the Pistons. We don't talk about them. But they were on the other side of the state. So sports was really, really attractive. And what comes with stadiums, we know that the Teppers have brought concerts and but bigger events to Bank of America Stadium. But we've got the Hornets. We don't have a MLB team, but of course we've got the Knights and we love them. They put on a great show. So that honestly was a big part of wanting to come and just obviously the proximity to the ocean and the mountains.
Yeah.
But sports was a big part for us, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'll jump in. I mean, it's funny that you talk about you hated winter. One of the reasons that attracted me to Charlotte and got my wife on board with doing this, I was like, hey, they get a little bit more snow in
Sometimes.
Charlotte than Shreveport, Louisiana, where
Okay.
I used to live. But also, it's just coming to a city. I mean, you talk about it, a lot of great golf courses around here. Again, I'm quite the hack myself when it comes to playing. Not very good. Anyway, it's just there's a lot of great golf courses, but also you talk about Truist Field. It's right in Uptown. You've got Bank of America Stadium. One of the great things about Charlotte is it's one of those massively growing cities. Like you talk about just how the skyline has changed just over the past 10 to 15 years, but it's still a relatively accessible down or uptown area. Me being a native of Philadelphia, it is so much more difficult to get to downtown Philly or to get to the sports stadiums that is here around Charlotte. So it has all these sort of big city amenities, but it still has almost a small town ease of getting around versus me being from the Northeast, those cities. So those were some of the things that really attracted me to this place. It's just, it's really simple to get around.
I would definitely agree. For me and my wife, when we were looking at stations, and she was my girlfriend at the time, but we were looking at stations for me to go to, two of the things, climate, wanted someplace that was warm, but also
Oh, you got that already.
I got that in spades.
Hey.
All you can handle, baby.
But wanted professional sports, and that's something it was you ideally want. For me, like the big three is MLB, NFL, NBA. Don't have an MLB team, but we have a AAA team here.
Yep.
But having Bank of America and Truist Field, my first apartment, you guys know, was right next to Truist Field, a walking distance from Bank of America. I love that. I love being near pro sports.
Yeah.
What I didn't expect was how many other events would come to Charlotte.
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years that I'd be able to see Michigan Wolverines play at the Spectrum Center. Was able to go with Annie's husband and watch them there. Also, be able to watch. My wife is a huge Tennessee Volunteers fan. I know that doesn't inspire any love from Jason.
It's tough life being a Vols fan.
But look, they came and played at the Duke's Mayo, and we got to walk and watch them play right there. There's really great, and we got, as Andrew mentioned, we've had some of the best golfers in the world in our backyard. Now we're going to have the best of the best internationally we had with FIFA, and now the MLS All-Star Game. How cool is that? I mean, Jason, did you envision when you came here many, many moons ago?
So many moons ago.
Charlotte was still black and white. That's how long ago it was when I started looking at it. Char was not lit back then like it is now. All the dad things. All right, I'm done.
It is definitely lit.
Here's the deal. So, I grew up in Atlanta. Okay?
Right.
All my family's still in Atlanta. My wife's family, all in Atlanta. So we grew up in a big city with pro sports. I'm not talking about the success of the sports. I'm just saying sports was huge, and it still is in Atlanta. And then I moved to Little Rock, Arkansas for 17 years, guys, which had 0 upon 0. And so I realized when it was taken away, I'm like, whoa, I miss. Like, if you live in Arkansas, you got to drive to St. Louis, 7 hours, or you got to drive to Dallas.
What about Whooping-Suey, right?
Wow.
Whooping-Suey?
Sports, that's 3 hours away. But I'm just saying, pro sports, nothing. You got nothing.
Yeah.
And so you had to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. You had to be a Rangers fan. You had to be Rams. I mean, whatever it was.
All right.
And so knowing that I was coming back to a big city, I didn't know anything about Charlotte. But what I did know was what I was missing. And, man, when I came here, I'm like, whoa, I don't care if the Hornets ever win a game, to step inside an arena and go, there we go, NBA. Man, it looks so alive. It's so much fun. The buzz literally in the city has just been awesome in 10 years. And you know, I grew up playing soccer, and I love soccer. So I can't even believe we have an MLS team, let alone that FIFA was here. And now we got an all-star team here next year. And I mean, it's crazy. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Here's a question for you guys.
Yep.
Did you guys think of Charlotte as a sports city before coming here? I didn't.
No.
I didn't really. I guess I didn't think about it.
Right?
I did actually think of Charlotte as sport because for me, I just love football. I just remember the Panthers during their heyday with Cam Newton. They were crushing in Charlotte, and then also just being a big golf person. Just always the Wells Fargo, now the Truist Championship.
Fair.
Being at Quail Hollow. Again, I'm a little nerdy that way, but like that's what I was like. Oh, you know, this is a cool. I just thought it was a cool place to be. And
go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say and just the sports and the different things to be able to do here, sports wise, is really what pulled me in. Hopefully our sports teams are just going to be just onward and upward as we go into the football and then NBA season this upcoming fall.
Look, I mean, the good news for us, the only way to go is up.
That's right. We all know these things, and now it's nice to be recognized, right?
Yes.
By international and national partners, and people just wanting to do so many things here for specifically a sports game.
I think that was one of the coolest parts of having FIFA here was hearing other people who aren't just from the United States, but international, right? They're coming from Italy, from France, from Spain, and saying, wow, okay, like Charlotte really embraces sports. Charlotte likes soccer, like giving us credit. And that means a lot because obviously when, Jason, you got a chance to go overseas and see how football, as they call it, how passionate they are. So when people are coming in and saying, no, Charlotte, you guys are a soccer town. You guys are a sports town. I feel like that praise means a lot. They're not just saying it to make us feel good, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think two things quickly. I think one is a lot of the bigger towns, Andrew, like Philly and like me in Atlanta or whatever, you know, Baltimore.
Washington, D.C.
Yeah. So I think a lot of those towns, maybe you take it for granted because you just grew up having them, that you've always had them. And so you don't know what it's like to live somewhere maybe that you don't. Like, you know what it's like, Annie. And so when I didn't have it for 17 years, I'm like, wow. So I think people in Charlotte, whether you're moving here or you've lived here, you're just hungry for more sports activities. So I think that's one thing. The second thing, my question to you guys is, okay, so soccer is now the next thing that's putting us on a map as more of a legit sports town. What's the next sport that could put us, that could continue to add another notch to our sports belt?
Getting an MLB team.
Could we do
Pickleball? MLB probably won't happen because of Raleigh.
hosting a Super Bowl?
Tennis? What do you think?
Oh, so
Super Bowl.
What about hosting a
Super Bowl?
Okay.
I don't think we can do it unless they
We
get
need
a
a lot
dome.
more stuff.
They get a
dome.
I think.
Yeah.
I think they're going all domes for, or at least retractable roof for Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think NFL draft is a
draft
possibility.
would be another good one.
Pickleball, I like. Tennis, I was really bummed that we lost out to Cincinnati.
Yeah,
to get
that
that
was
major
big.
tennis event, because I think we would really do well with tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis or an NFL draft. I think are the next two things.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess
Heard it
MLB
here
team is
first.
pushing it. Yeah, I guess the MLB team
goes to Raleigh, I think.
Really? Why
Probably.
do you think Raleigh in particular?
Raleigh, because I don't know where you put it in Uptown Charlotte.
I guess
That's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't have
It's not big
we don't have the spot for it.
And we don't have good enough attendance. No,
Yeah.
shade to the Knights. There's not good enough attendance there. Raleigh, they love the Hurricanes. They show out in force. And I think you have a lot of people in Southern Virginia that are not Nationals fans, are not Braves fans, that would be looking for an MLB team and would come in droves to Raleigh to support.
There you go.
Interesting.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
take your.
Commissioner Julian
There
right
we
here.
go.
There we go. All right, well, I'll put my commissioner hat on. We'll squeeze in a break. We'll be back with more Morning Edition right after this.
Welcome back, guys, to Morning Edition. We've been talking about sports today. Some people might Some people might consider this a sport. A lot of people get intense for game night. A staple from our childhood, obviously, Uno.
Oh,
Now,
love the game.
Yes, it's so much fun. And now it is coming for an immersive limited time experience to the Palms in Las Vegas.
City.
That's right. It's from this Friday, so tomorrow through the 20th. So a very short-lived experience, but this blew up on social media.
Very short.
Everyone's saying, hey, if my, $5,000 is on the line and I forget to say Uno at the end, of course, the world is going to end. But this is a larger goal from Mattel to partner with places to bring Uno clubs into different venues and to just, obviously people love it so much and everyone's saying, I would go. I would also put money on Uno. No money
You would
is
put money?
just like a little bit of money. I don't like gambling, or I'm not a big fan. I grew up in Nevada. So it's not unique to me. It's like there were slot machines in the 7-Eleven where I'd go grab my muffin before I went to you know what I mean? So it's not unique to me, but I would go play Uno. I think that's way more fun than poker or whatever. So what would you guys put money on Uno? What do you think of this experience? Even if there's no money involved, would you go to an immersive Uno club?
How immersive are we talking? Like the
I think that's my question too.
Yeah, I was wondering how immersive we.
Is it just a table, with the game as we know it, but you're just
it's a
with
kitchen
randos
table
and money,
We don't know.
immersive, lights and smoke.
I think
and
everything's Uno colored. I think obviously that might be a little jarring.
it's
with all
Vegas,
the-
right?
Right.
Vegas doesn't do
They
anything small.
They do it
That's
up
true.
big.
Right.
So
When you call Uno, do the lights dim down dun 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 dun.
That would be cool.
cool.
That would be cool.
Like this little drone.
Right.
He just said Uno.
I feel like no, and here's why. I will make my case. Anybody remember Pokemon back in the day? The Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
they're a huge
I'm a
thing,
millennial.
right? So I played in one tournament. It was like KB.
I thought it was.
You did a tournament?
I didn't.
They won.
They were tournaments.
They were tournaments.
Collect cards.
So you collect
No,
cards,
yours
and
like a
you
game.
could play play against people. I went to one tournament.
Huh.
And I played against a kid who had his dad coaching him. It was awful. But the point is, the kid took it way too seriously, and it ruined it for a while for me. And I feel like if you put money on it, you take Uno, you're gonna run up against somebody, because if you've ever sat at a card table in Vegas or any place else playing blackjack, poker, sometimes the table's good, sometimes the table's bad.
Vibes are off.
Vibes are off. I feel like it would have ruined Uno for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ruin the purity of Uno.
Yeah, the fun of it. It's a fun game, and yes, you get heated, but it really doesn't mean anything at the end of the day, right?
Maybe that's why they're not allowing money.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just interesting the way you think about it, because you think of all the major table games. Obviously, blackjack, you don't really do that for fun. You think about poker, like Texas Hold'em and stuff. There's always kind of that always kind of has been associated with betting money, even if it wasn't a lot, fake chips, all that stuff. But Uno, I've never been in a situation where someone's being like, "Hey, I got $20 riding on this hand right now. Okay, I need to win. I need this money that.
Don't throw down a draw four.
Yeah, don't even think of
The heat? Yeah, somebody keeps on hitting you with draw fours. And you got money on
And
that?
you're just like, how am I supposed to pay my rent now? Like, I just lost Uno.
Those were the memes. That was the joke. But I think people are into it.
I feel like someone's going to
People
get
get
shot outside the club.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, here this got me thinking. So,
Okay.
so every month there is a poker tournament in my neighborhood. I mean,
We heard about that.
What
it
a
is
neighborhood.
it is packed, and it might not be legal. So
How do I get the invite? How do I
forget
get the
that I just
invite?
said this. Forget that I just said this, and we're recording it. The point is, focus, people.
Okay.
The point is, I have yet to go. All right, I've lived there a long time. I don't go. I don't really know how to play. I don't know how to play poker that well, and I'm not that comfortable with it. And I'm definitely not going to put money on the line.
Mhm.
But this got me thinking. This conversation, Annie, is what family night game do you love? Do you still remember from your childhood? What would you go to a neighborhood tournament for? What would you go to Vegas for? What game is it? Life? Is it Shoots and Ladders? Monopoly?
Monopoly.
Really? That's
Feed
yours?
me. Feed
Whoa.
me.
This
Monopoly.
does not
Andy
shock
would
me at
be
all.
on- no,
Yeah,
I'm
then
not
you like
shocked.
Monopoly.
I would love playing Monopoly. And,
Of course you did.
I always do.
How much do you cheat, Andy?
I wouldn't cheat. I would never cheat. I love making my mom go bankrupt, and then she
Are you the
you're
bank-
grounded.
Wow.
Do you play the banker?
No, I'm not the bank. I'm the guy who just gets as much property as possible. And I realized kind of in real life, it's the best way to do that, I guess, to win at Monopoly is to do that as well. But I mean, I loved playing Monopoly. That was something that I would love to do if there was money on the line that I think I could actually be good at. Because I was thinking about that, like, what type of game would I want to do for money? For me, it's Monopoly. My wife, I like really would actually like to do Uno because she saw this story as well. She's like, I feel like I'd never lose this game if I was in Vegas playing this.
Okay.
I like phase 10, which is kind of
Ooh.
off of
Started
Uno a
learning
little
that.
bit.
Yeah.
Fun. It's a long, drawn out game, so that would be hard to have a competition for. But I loved the game Cranium. Did you guys ever play it?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever
Played crazy.
It was
a great one.
Play-Doh smelled really good. But it was it was a good.
Smell the glue, Annie. Put
I
it
did.
down.
I don't know. I can't remember. But no,
he's
it
like,
hit all parts of your brain. So there was, trivia.
Is that the fumes in the Play-Doh or the
It
cranium?
didn't smell like normal Play-Doh. It smelled like kind of lemony. I don't know. It smelled really, really good.
Oh my
Are you gonna like take a bite, Annie? Of it? Or, like,
I think I tried it at one point.
This explains a lot.
I just wanted to know. But it tapped into creativity too. So you had like the Pictionary. You had to mold stuff out of the Play-Doh.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for eating. So I like that.
That's funny because I was going to go like Pictionary or Taboo, but that kind of
Taboo's a good
Taboo.
one.
See,
Love
now we're
Taboo.
digging deep.
We're
I'm
digging
forgetting
really
about
deep.
some of these. Can't say that. Yeah, can't say that.
But it's the people with the buzzer right in your face, right? Like, no,
Don't you
they're
want to
right by
knock
your
them out?
ear.
Right.
Ugh.
Like if you combine Taboo with like wrestling, if we could do an X game of wrestling Taboo, the person that I'm coming in and I don't know how to wrestle.
Take 'em out.
I'm taking you down.
I like
now
it.
that would be fun.
People, I think, would pay to watch that too.
I would go to Vegas. if I
Extreme
could do
Taboo.
Extreme
I think
Taboo.
you're onto something.
I'm thinking so.
Okay.
Palms.
Oh my gosh, that's good. I got to play with my 5-6-year-old nephew and nieces over the weekend. I haven't played Sorry in about 600
Oh,
years.
wow.
That's a good one.
It was fun. It was just old school. You do your thing, and like that was fun for me. Or I grew up with my sister playing Life.
That was
fun.
I was like that.
We
Play,
getting a little car. Do I have
love
3
the
kids,
car.
or now I don't have a job, and
Oh.
now I don't. I mean,
Sad.
now it's played out in real life.
Yeah.
And so no, I enjoyed that. That was fun.
No, I love playing Life too. For me, the buying the house part happens much earlier in the game than apparently I found out in real life.
In real
For me,
life. Oh, yeah.
that's one of those things.
You're
where you're like,
25. Here's
yeah,
your house.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
I feel like Life was created in the 1960s, so that's back when it was actually financially, you could buy a house.
Bushel of apples.
Not this economy, Julian.
Nope.
No,
That's a whole other
we need an updated version. It would look very different.
It would.
All right, well, on that down note here, we're going to squeeze in another break. When we come back, more Morning Edition.
Welcome back into Morning Edition. All right, so we had this story the other day. Every week, every day, guys, we're talking about AI and the introduction of whether it's autonomous vehicles, flying, whatever it is, right? How can AI or robots assist, integrate into our life to make it better? That's the question. Is it actually making it better? So we had this story. Julian, we thought about you because you're sort of the chef, the master chef of the group. You are. And I don't think any of us would deny. So here we go. Meet Chef. I don't know if it's Amen or AI Man. It's two words. It's the 2 words put together, AI Man, right?
Look at that guy.
So I want you to look at this, right? The world's first AI chef. This is in Dubai at a restaurant called Woohoo.
I like the name.
I do too. So it's a place called Woohoo near the Burj Khalifa. It's opening in a couple months, right? So what's crazy about this is, I mean, whether you have ever used AI, ChatGPT for recipes, this thing will do recipes, food science, Julian, molecular gastronomy.
Ooh.
Wow.
It will pair what's the best ambiance, what's the best drink. It can craft cocktails. I mean, it's amazing what all it can do. It can even tell you, hey, this is the best cut of meat. Chop it this way so that you don't have any waste or leftovers. So sustainability, all the things. It does everything, but it doesn't taste or actually cook for you. But interesting, right? Nonetheless.
It's super interesting. Julian,
Yeah.
Since you are the chef, what do you think about this? Originally, we thought that it could be like a sous chef and like chopping all your things because that's the most annoying part. Yeah. But it doesn't do that. So
Jason and I were talking about this because we both use ChatGPT for a recipe. So I'll take something and say I want to make. So I think it was like a week and a half ago. I wanted to make a pesto salmon for my wife with, I believe it was Parmesan orzo something. So I put it. I think it was a Parmesan lemon orzo. So I put it into ChatGPT. It's like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. I want to do the Parmesan lemon orzo. I want to do a basil pesto salmon. What do you think? And Chat's like, this is great. This is the best way to go about it. So normally I would go and go to New York Times or different recipes and kind of just sift through that. ChatGPT, you just put in what you want. It gives you a recipe and then you can tweak it. It's like, you know what? I want to do this instead. Instead of the basil pesto, I don't have pine nuts. I want to use walnuts instead. Chat's like, no problem, I got you. So to make all these tweaks like that. So I think in a way this is like kind of like just a robot version of it. It's like, hey, robot, what do you think? What is it? What's his name?
Eamon.
Or AI man, whatever. It's like, AI man. I have a chuck roast here, but I want to make sure that it's tender enough. What's the best way to cook it? How long should I cook it for? And what should I pair it with? Should I pair it with a Pinot Noir or a Cabernet? Yeah. Like, what should I do with it? And like the robot would be able to help you.
So you can talk instead of just like typing it in all the time.
Yeah, it's just like hanging out and giving you the best advice.
Yeah, I like it.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
It's interesting for sure, Michael. So it's a physical robot that basically tells you what to do, how to do this adjustment, but doesn't actually do any of the work. So it's just a
really expensive
version of ChatGPT
that you can use on your phone.
Here's the one interesting thing though that you could use on your phone. The one thing that I think is really cool for these restaurants, having worked in restaurants, fine dining, coming up with a menu.
Yeah,
coming up with a menu is really hard to do, especially if you're a place that rotates your menu out and you're seasonal. And so if you're giving this robot, it's like, hey, instead of having to worry about, you already know my inventory, and Chat could probably do this for you. But like, hey, this is what we have in our inventory. This is what's going to go bad in 2 days. Can you give me a rotating menu? Give me the best pairings, and I don't have to think about it. Print it out, take care of it. I could see that being really useful for some restaurants because you don't have to pay somebody to do it. Instead, you can have just a bunch of sous chefs, but not an executive chef whose usually their responsibility is to do the ordering, to set the menu for it. So I could see this robot coming in place of an executive chef. With that being said, you should never go with a robot instead of an executive chef. Like
I was going to say,
humans over robots all day.
Don't they taste the food and make sure that everything's
Your
like
sous chef can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But executive chef,
This is the beginning, though, guys. I mean, just think about it. Either another couple years, you will have this same type of technology that can physically do the chopping and the cutting. Like, don't you? Isn't that the part in the kitchen for you, Julian, when you're trying to make something?
It's
delete that and have it just snap your fingers and done. That would change.
It would change the.
Did anybody enjoy chopping onions?
No.
Mincing garlic, right? Or peeling vegetables. Like nobody likes that. I think one of the worst things is getting out the garlic from the what is it the peel of it, like peeling garlic.
Microwave it.
Stick
it in the microwave for like, fun facts. Stick that in the microwave for like 20 seconds.
I've never heard this.
Not too much because then it'll cook the garlic, but get like a big fat piece. Yeah. Put it in the microwave.
Big old knob.
Yep.
The skin just goes right off.
Slides right off.
It's a big old lump of knobs. It's got the juice. Anybody?
The juice.
It's corn kids.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I remember corn kid. I remember corn kid. I remember corn kid.
But no, give it a try. It's annoying. You still have to peel it off so your fingers get all garlicky, but try it. So that's a hack. But I mean, for me, cooking right now with a child is very difficult because
Mhm.
now she's mobile, so she's going everywhere, but she can't stand like and cook with me quite yet. I'm looking forward to that, but just if I could say, hey, can you chop this stuff and I'll take care of the actual cooking part, I would 1,000%. If I could just have Eamon in my kitchen doing all the
Debone this
for me.
fish for me. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think the other part of it is the way that it looks, the aesthetic of this really futuristic looking robot AI
Mhm.
chef is at this expensive restaurant
Mhm.
in Dubai, which is called Woohoo.
Woohoo!
It's people are paying for an upscale experience, and so
Yeah.
people can sit at. Have you ever been to a restaurant where you can have the chef's experience? You can sit up at a bar to watch what's going on in an open kitchen setting. That's what they're doing at this restaurant, right? So instead of having a chef in there and having to call up their phone and chat GPT and go, "Hey, no, it's beside it. It's moving. It's interacting. It's blinking." And so while the chef's doing its thing, it's just like, hey, it will jump in and notice if the chef is doing something that doesn't fit the best chemistry of the food. Like I said, it's a gastronomy expert. So it's not it just sits there blank until someone says, "Am I doing this right?" Or "What would you suggest? How much garlic?" It's watching, observing, moving as if it's a human person going, "Hey, I think you should add some more white wine. Let's make a beurre blanc. Let's whatever it is."
Wow.
So this conversation and movement's going on, and people are watching that, paying for this elevated experience. That's kind of cool.
It is cool. I like it. I want to go to the restaurant now.
I feel
so
like the
it's
chefs
working.
would hate it though. Have you ever taken bossy chefs? Mm-mm.
Well, they won't like it, but
There you go.
oh,
Here's the thing. Unlike bossy, if a spouse or a girlfriend or boyfriend, you don't like them in the kitchen,
Mhm.
but this one, just, I don't know,
Turn it off.
unplug it.
Yeah,
Unplug it.
boop.
Take the batteries out.
There we go. Guys,
that's it.
Andrew, anything else real quick before we take the batteries out on this episode?
Oh, man.
I can't wait until there's a robot that can chop the onions. Sorry, I've shed a few tears over cutting some onions.
Yeah.
Can't wait till the robots do it.
There we go. All right, with that, we're going to pull the plug on this episode of the Morning Edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, you can catch us Monday through Friday, 4 to 10 a.m., and right here on Morning Edition on Queen City News Plus. We'll catch you next time.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.